I welcome this opportunity to speak to you, my friends and fellow Republicans. I'm running for commissioner to bring a much-needed change in attitude to our county, to bring positive, common-sense leadership to our county, and most importantly, a governing style that is forward-thinking and plans for the future. I not only think I can do a better job for this community, I know I can do a better job. My grandfather once told me, the best way to predict the future is to look at the past. So let me tell you about my past. For more than a decade, I've run the third largest fair in Ohio. The Allen County Fairgrounds is the busiest county fairgrounds in Ohio and one of the busiest county fairgrounds in the Midwest. Under my leadership, we have sought out, competed for, won the bid, and hosted numerous national and regional rallies and conventions. All to great reviews from the attendees for our customer service, planning, and preparation, an indication of our performance. The bottom line is people like coming to the Allen County Fairgrounds. They attend many different events there, have a good time, and spend their money. That money supports the fairgrounds, the economy, and the county. When I took the job, there were 5 full-time employees. While the budget and workload have certainly increased, we have been operating the fairgrounds with only 3 full-time employees for the past 10 years. We have accomplished this through operating more efficiently, by cross-training employees, and by embracing technology. As I said, the Allen County Fair is the 3rd largest in Ohio. Last time I checked, Allen County isn't 3rd in the state in anything else, at least anything we want to brag about. Why is that? The advantages we have exploited for the fairgrounds are the same advantages Allen County has. Location, location, location. We have a regional advantage over our surrounding counties with our combination of an urban and rural lifestyle and the infrastructure that goes with that. We're a regional center for healthcare, a regional center for industry, a regional center for education, commerce, transportation, culture, and when everyone mentions first, retail. However, those natural advantages have not been used to advance our county. I'd like to take this opportunity to address the tax issue. I support the youth, the families, and the businesses of our county, groups that were served by the programs whose funding was cut 100% with absolutely no warning in last year's budget. And I certainly was not in favor of the proposed dangerous cuts to the Sheriff's Department and safety services. Despite what the incumbent might say, only one plan was presented to the public by the commissioners and the county administrator, and that was the now infamous tax increase. As you well know, it was referended and defeated. I respect the vote of the people, the owners of our county, and will certainly abide by that decision. I promise that when I am elected county commissioner, I will not impose any additional taxes on the citizens of our county without a vote of the people. Simple as that. We do need to fund government in a responsible manner so that we can support the youth, the families, and the businesses of our county. And we're going to have to do that through cooperative, innovative planning, longer-term budgeting, grant writing, and the leveraging of some of those limited and precious tax dollars. Sometimes it makes sense to provide limited matching funds that are needed to bring our tax dollars back from Washington and Columbus. I don't like or appreciate that we have to compete for our own money that we send to Columbus and Washington through our state and federal taxes. But the state and federal government have set those rules, not local government, not the county commissioners. And if we don't play by those rules, we lose. And while we're talking about losing, why was the city of Lima so much more successful in winning stimulus funds? Better planning and preparation by the city, or a lack of planning and preparation by the county? Either way, we lost. Now, as I see it, the commissioners are the managers of the county. I will bring my enthusiasm and my time-tested ability to plan and prepare to this job of commissioner, and I will advance the interest of the county. When we've had the opportunity to advance our county's interest, we have dropped the ball. I've bought and sold farm ground and acreage and have represented individuals in residential and commercial real estate transactions. I can tell you from my research that the county does not appear to currently have a plan of any kind with regard to management of county property. The title building is a perfect example. Based on the cost of the lot on the corner of Wayne and Elizabeth Streets and the $1.5 million construction costs, when you factor in the lease fees that are finally being charged to the state of Ohio, we the people of Allen County are subsidizing the state by over $21,000 a year with that deal. Upon completion of the title building, it sat empty for months due to inaction, complete lack of oversight, no communication, basically poor management from the incumbent and the county administrator. In these trying financial times, we cannot afford the lack of planning or mismanagement, nor can we afford to be subsidizing the state of Ohio with a sweetheart lease deal. Even if you buy into the dubious argument that the building is free because the funds were saved over the years from clerk of court fees, the rate of return on that money is only 1 3/4%, hardly a rate of return a landlord should accept. The lease also doesn't address maintenance costs. Unfortunately, maintenance costs rarely appear to be figured into any county property equations. The condition and maintenance needs of the courthouse are an embarrassing example of this. It is our responsibility to plan for the maintenance and future of county-owned buildings. Continuing the failure to plan only adds to the cost our children and grandchildren will face when they take over. The incumbent has a long voting record of rejecting responsibility for property maintenance, choosing instead to leave it to future generations to deal with. I've said a lot about my ability to promote communication and cooperation. In speaking to the elected officials and department heads of our county government, I find that they and their employees are cooperating, they are communicating, and they are working with a cooperative spirit, sharing employees and workload across departments. What is missing is cooperation, communication, or any acknowledgement from the Commissioner's office regarding their efforts, specifically from the county administrator and the incumbent. The incumbent ran 8 years ago and again 4 years ago on a platform as the anti-Republican, and that our county needed a full-time commissioner and didn't need a county administrator. In that time, he has voted for 6 budgets. Budgets that raised wages within the commissioner's office, added positions in the commissioner's office, and each time failed to incorporate long-term planning that could have eliminated the slash-and-burn budget crisis of January 2009, which has continued into 2010. I'm here to tell you that simply being the voice of opposition is not a style of leadership. Simply saying no is not a plan. Simply blaming others is not the answer. Simply forcing employees to do the same work for less pay is not efficiency. And while it may show that you're willing to do or say whatever is necessary to get elected, simply going to the Board of Elections and changing the letter behind your name does not make you a Republican. As I said, the best way to predict the future is to look at the past. Are you willing to continue to live with the poor planning and negative leadership, or do you want the kind of positive forward thinking that has been proven to be prosperous in the past to turn this county around? Let's move forward. Elect me as your next county commissioner. Thank you.